So I'm at the church and they are making final preparations for the New Year's service, and they have balloons in the ceiling. They have little children running around. They have so much bling at the front. There's Pastor Danny. Praise the Lord. And right now it's empty, but it's going to be full for praise and prayer and worship to bring in the new year. Here are the sewing machines that they're using to teach ladies that have no way of earning an income, a way of being able to be seamstresses and to earn their living. They've taught over 300 ladies how to be seamstresses, and it's making a big difference in this community. So those are promises from the Bible, scriptures that are written that are distributed throughout the community.
Yes, and then we give the communion service.
Yes, at midnight we'll be having communion together. And then in the morning time, what's going to be happening?
There will be a love feast. We invite all the Hindu and Muslim people along with the Christian believers. We all sit together and in the church, and we will serve the food, and more than 700-800 people will come and eat. So first time they're coming to the church and eating with the Christians. So they will take out from the heart. Christians are not untouchable, so we are all one.
Yes. So this is the way that Pastor Danny and the church is leading the church to break down the prejudices of the caste system, and they're crossing religious barriers. Hindus and Muslims never come into the church.
Exactly.
And so this is for many of them the first time they have come into the church, but they're receiving the love of Jesus in this way and beginning to change the attitudes of the people in the area, that Christians are not untouchable, that we actually show the love of God to them.
Yeah, and also we invite some of the orphan children and the street children,
Yes.
and then handicapped also this year.
Beulah and Hepzibah that live here, they are going to receive these clothes, and I am so excited about giving them to them so they can use them.
So Pastor Danny shared with me a little bit of the girls' backstory. One of them, their father is a mass murderer, and so he's been in prison quite a bit. Their brother was a drug addict, and they tried to marry her off in a bad marriage just to get rid of her. And the church intervened, and Danny was willing to bring her into the home and to raise her. And the other one had a very similar situation. The father was Muslim, the mother was Hindu, and then she, as a young girl, became a Christian. So they rejected her and were neglecting her, not taking care of her. So Pastor Danny and the church brought her into this home. They are very respectful, very kind, very cheerful, and so it's a neat thing to be able to be a blessing to them, because they've been a tremendous blessing to us, taking care of us. They work on their English words with us. They're smart young ladies, and so God has an amazing future for them.
My gift to you. All right. Yes, you're welcome. I'm sure they'll look beautiful on you. I can't wait to see them on you.
She is very happy, both.
Okay. I hope they fit.
Yeah.
I am so excited, but I'm sure they'll fit you, and they will look beautiful. I'm so excited to give them to you.
What is for you?
Oh, thank you. You're so welcome. Oh, you're so welcome.
So the way I understand, they're going through the church and individuals are giving testimonies. Obviously I can't understand them, but That's what we're doing now. They're passing the mic around.
Whenever the church comes together, there's no one who's spaced out and just killing time until the service is over so that they can go out to brunch. Everyone who is here is intently seeking the Lord with all their heart. They're pouring out their heart before Him in worship, in praise, in intercession, and it makes such a difference. You can feel a palpable difference. The Spirit of God is just so present in the room in a corporate way that makes it so easy to encounter God. If you're a preacher of the Word, that you are impacted by the spiritual level of people in the room. So if there's resistance in the Spirit, that you feel that, and so you have to preach to overcome that resistance. But if there is passion, if there is hunger, if there is a drawing in the room, that it actually pulls out of you at an accelerated rate, at an accelerated sense of clarity. So we need to understand that there is a dynamic. So I encourage you, brothers and sisters, if you've never experienced something like this, you need to get out of your little box and you need to get on with the Great Commission. Go to other places in the world. Experience the way that the church lives in areas where there's persecution, and recapture the essence of what it is to follow Jesus, because it all starts with denying yourself, forsaking this world, of looking only to Him for our satisfaction. We have such a tendency to look to Jesus to help us become more satisfied in the world and to get our best life now. But what if the Christian life wasn't about getting your best life now, but getting His life now?
పెట్టు